Welcome, everyone, and glad to have you with us from Williams-Brice Stadium, home of the South Carolina Gamecocks. Hockey and all of his friends ready to go and amped up for what we have in store. Little gets the blood boiling, quite like a rivalry game. Barbs, shots, trash talk, things that go on throughout the week will now all be settled on this field. As we'll see a squad from the ACC, the North Carolina Tar Heels, taking on a team from the SEC, the South Carolina Gamecocks. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with me. Guys, it's time to get it going. The Tar Heels will boot it away to start the game. He'll start the return inside his 5. And the returner will be knocked down. The offense set for a first down play. They're going to throw it to start the drive. Wasting no time taking a shot. And the pass hits, picked off. Couldn't find much breathing room to return it, but the interception has this offense in business at the 27.
Man, and I think you come out, Palmer, and you say, I want to be aggressive early and maybe take a shot, but that's not the shot they were talking about.
No, and give the defense credit because they watched film too, and they knew this offense might come out and want to be aggressive, and they were ready on the back end that time for that. They came into this game hyped up, ready to go. Great individual effort by that defender getting the pick.
Handoff from the gun. Squirts across the 30 to the 32, a pickup of 5.
It's going to be important this offensive line is able to get a little bit of push. You just got to give this guy an inch, a little crease, and he can make yards for it.
Just feeds the running back. Brought to the ground, but not before getting enough for the first down.
And I don't care if I get it by 2, by 20, by 30, by 40. I just want to get the first down, understanding the situation, understanding where the sticks are. Doesn't have to be sexy, but I got to make sure I get to that stick, get to the first down mark.
Dropping back, it's Criswell. Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance. They have had to wear that beat down since the last time these two met, Jesse.
And they've been talking about it for a long time. They were absolutely embarrassed. The players, the coaches, the fans. You know, David, coming into this game this time, they want to put out a much better performance.
Oh, there's nothing worse. The coaches are riding you all week leading up into this game, reminding you, showing the clips in the locker room. You know you failed. You want to come out and get a great start in this football game early.
He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down.
Well, you hear all the time that the tight end's the QB's best friend. You saw a perfect example of it on that last play, right? Second down, you need to pick up some positive yards to keep this third down manageable. Really nice job of executing that.
Leaves it with the running back. He gets it so close to the first down marker, but I think he's going to be a touch short. They're in their own territory, but they only need a few inches, and this is why you have a prominent jawline and an urgent resolve. They'll go for it. On fourth down, they're taking to the air. He's got him, and they convert. And they finally make the tackle, but this will be a pretty easy conversion for this offense. Sometimes we don't give enough credit to a receiver knowing exactly where he needs to be on the field, and they pick up the first down there.
Yeah, and you got to give the receiver credit, obviously knowing where that is, but the defender needs to know where it is too. Where is he trying to get? That ball's going to come out quick. He didn't really understand where the sticks were, and because of that, he gives up the first down. He need to just be a little bit more aware as a defensive guy.
I know you want to prepare for every game the same way, but there's just something different about rivalry games, Jesse.
It's because, Reese, I think players are aware that games like this define your legacy as a player. Your record in rivalry games is something that people are going to talk about for years and years down the road. You have got to show up and play your best football in games like this.
Knocked down after a 3-yard gain to the 25.
I like feeding my guy. I like getting my running back touches, feeding the ball so he can break some of those big runs, but I'm also okay with these little ones. Set the tone, stay balanced.
This crowd going to try to make life miserable for these guys. Off the RPO, quick throw to the right. Wrestled to the ground after picking up the first down.
Wow, and what a great job by that quarterback, finding his open receiver on third down. You know, guys, one of the most telling stats at the end of the game is third down conversion percentage. If you're a great third down team, it's invaluable to your offensive success, and that's why teams drill third down so much in practice.
Looking for the score. And it's caught. Touchdown, Tar Heels. And it feels good to land that first big punch against a rival, doesn't it?
No doubt. In a game like this, too, you just want to be executing it at a high level early. So, David, that's got to feel great getting on the board first.
And settles everyone down. All the nerves, all the emotion of this rivalry game. Now everybody can kind of settle in because you know you already got a touchdown on the board.
And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game.
North Carolina, 7. South Carolina, 0.
Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. Here's the return from inside his 10. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the time.
Will take over. First and 10.
And the South Carolina offense is back on the field. Well, let's see if this drive goes better than the last one. They were in and out quickly after the quick pick, David.
Yeah, first play.
Fires into traffic, picked off. Bringing it back. He'll go out of bounds, but he gets the ball back, takes it the other way, and he has created a great sudden change opportunity.
What a game-changing play by this defense. Nice job. You got them backed up in their own territory coming out. Now you force the turnover, set your offense up with some great scoring field position.
From the gun, leaves it on the inside with the back. Made a little something out of that run. He picked up a couple down to the 14.
And these RPOs always put the defense in a bind. But listen, you give up the run, they get a short little gain, no harm, no foul.
Operating in the red zone here on second down. To the air, it's Criswell. Keeps looking downfield. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
Yeah, and your first job is to affect the quarterback and try to get him off the spot. They get him off the spot, he gets outside the pocket, and a nice job chasing, not quitting, getting to the quarterback, and still getting a good lick as he's throwing the football.
Really need to pick up this conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal. On third and long, he has to throw for it. They're bringing heat. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
Nice job by the defense. They're mixing up their look. They're third and long in field goal range. They go zone coverage. So everybody on the back end has the eye on the quarterback, and they're able to break on the ball, force the incompletion.
Between the uprights, it's good. And they'll push that lead out a little further. After putting 3 on the board, the kickoff unit ready to go. The returner's going to try to see what he can get. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. South Carolina ready to go on the attack in another offensive odyssey. Well, the good news about this drive, Jesse, it can't go worse than last time through a pick on the first play.
No, it certainly can't. I think one good way, David, to help your quarterback turn the page is just find him an easy completion here and let him get back into a rhythm.
Yeah, or find him an easy handoff. Just hand the football off, maybe get the ground game going, maybe jumpstart this offense a little bit.
Here comes the offense on second down. They'll leave it with him. And the Gamecocks get it past the sticks.
Well, I know this is an offensive line that has a ton of pride. They want to come out each and every game and really impose their will on the D-line. They got just enough push there on that run play to pick up the first.
He'll come out throwing on first down. He unleashes a long one. And he'll pull it in inside the 20. Touchdown, South Carolina. And once he found daylight, it was Katie bar the door, baby. Did not take long to get into the end zone. Now let's see if this gets this offense to hit overdrive.
And we may have a situation here. We might have points, and more points. You keep putting drives together like that quickly, chewing up that much yardage, defenses are going to have to get something figured out.
About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. And he's coming out of the end zone. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. The North Carolina offense returns to the field. Always good to get points on a drive, David, but chip shot field goals can leave you a little empty.
And I think it's great to get points, but the great teams get touchdowns.
Just plowing ahead. He'll get it up to about the 32-yard line before he's stopped, and it'll be first down.
All right, well, look, I know the defense was feeling real good about their run D coming into this one and how they've been playing up to this point, but finally, David, the offense breaks through and they finally generate something positive on the ground.
And I can't tell you how easy it is. When you're going to throw the ball consistently, and I know it, I'm going to pin my ears back, and I'm going to get to the quarterback. It makes life really easy on the defensive line. But when you can have balance, now the defense doesn't know what's coming. They need more of this if they're going to be successful on offense.
And the Tar Heels moving quickly to the line. To the air, it's Criswell. Looking down the middle. Got his man. And the explosiveness, the big gainer gets it to the 49-yard line.
I don't know who on defense is going to cover this guy. Honestly, he could be a problem for this defense over the middle of the field in the passing game.
Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. Comes out throwing on first down. Unloads to the wideout. Makes a connection. He wasn't far from taking it to the house, and that'll be the final play of the first quarter.
North Carolina 10, South Carolina 7.
They'll start the drive here with first down to open this period. Looking to move it through the air. He'll take a shot. And they won't make the connection, looking to make a big play there.
And listen, as a quarterback, you're trying to find the matchup, trying to find who's open. I don't know if anybody was open, but that was not a greatly thrown football. I don't know if it was miscommunication, but the ball thrown out of bounds and just on to the next down.
And they try the middle of this stout defense, and they rise to the challenge.
Great job of contained by this defense. And in order to do that, the end man on the line of scrimmage defensively has got to be able to set the point and force the football back into traffic. And that's exactly what happened here.
That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up fourth down. And they decide to trot out the kicker. One drive is already ended with a field goal. They'll try to do it again, this time a rather long one from 46 yards out. The field goal is no good. It's still a three-point game after the miss. And the South Carolina offense is back on the field. That last drive really productive. David wound up with a touchdown. They'll try to do it again.
Yeah, so I don't expect this offense to change too much, Reese. They had a great drive. They got the touchdown. Everything working. I would expect them to keep pushing this ball downhill.
And just imagine if they could put another touchdown on the board right here. They could capture so much momentum in this game with back-to-back TDs.
Here they come to try it again on 2nd and 10 from the 29. On the run, it's Sanders. Pretty good job of running to get two there to the 32. They line up with some serious work to do if they want to convert this one. The back goes in motion. On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. Wide open downfield. And they get him down at the 43, but this is the kind of explosive play you want to build on. The Gamecocks will line it up on 1st and 10. They go to the ground. And he'll pick up one. It brings up 2nd and 9.
You know, runs like this oftentimes are like a boxer in a boxing match. Obviously, it's not a knockout punch, but these are body blows. And as the game goes on, these small gains are going to turn into longer runs.
Back to throw, it's Sellers. And the pass is incomplete thanks to a big hit.
And the big tight end, a lot of times that's a bigger strike zone, a bigger dude, and you could tell they put the hit on him, and that ball came out, and it came to the turf. Nice job playing physical by this defense.
They couldn't connect on 2nd down, now staring at a 3rd and 9. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires toward the end zone. And that'll be incomplete. They certainly weren't afraid to take a shot there, and now it's 4th down.
It's so nice when you know it's 3rd and long, you know a pass is coming, you worked on it all week, get your feet set at the sticks, understand that quarterback's got to be rushed, get him off of his spot. Nice execution by this defense.
And the Gamecocks looking to convert on 4th down. Motion trying to get the defense to show its hand. Fires to the middle. And that is interception number 3 on the day. Made the play on the pick, was hoping to make one on the return. They'll have to settle for letting the offense pay it off from the 26.
Well, I love the job by the coaching staff there defensively, matching the personnel of the offense, putting their dime package out on the field. So you bring out the extra defensive back, you're anticipating a pass, perfect timing to run that personnel, and you get the pick.
He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
I love this linebacker because he's able to dissect what's happening in front of him, and he reacts downhill, uses his speed to get to the line of scrimmage and create the negative play.
Receivers telling the quarterback what they see. Looking for a man. It's Criswell. And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense. Better find the earplugs. Here comes the noise. Backing this defense on 3rd down. From the gun. Wants to pass. Fires to the middle. Got his man downfield. And they'll move the chains and get it to the 47-yard line.
Defense is about feeling out the offense and what they like to do. What are they going to do in 3rd and short, 3rd and medium, 3rd and long? So far, the offense is winning. Defense is going to need to make some adjustments.
Keeping it on the ground with the single back. And maybe they want to try somewhere else because there is nothing doing in the middle of this defense.
It's hard to run on a defense that comes off the ball like that and runs to the football like that. Good luck. No holes anywhere.
Red pass, it's complete. Nice gain of 6, leaving them with 3rd and 4.
Well, we knew coming into this game, this offense was going to try and get this receiver involved and get him involved early. So here they are just finding an easy completion. It's not a touchdown, but they just want to get this guy lathered up and get him into a run.
How aggressive might this play call be on 3rd and short from the 46? From the gun, wants to pass. He makes the connection. Really nice job to convert that 3rd down, and they've got it at the 33.
All right, second quarter, getting closer to the half. Offense is still having a lot of success stringing some first downs together. Defense is going to need to figure something out before they get to halftime.
Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. Finds a man on the right. And he'll go down, but not before the big pickup and the 1st down.
And I love the awareness by the wide receiver on that play because I'm not sure that route was supposed to be that deep. You got to wonder if the receiver decided maybe to adjust the route a little bit to make sure that he got the 1st down.
The give to the tailback. And they try to run inside, and there is nowhere to go.
Great team defense on that run play. Everybody doing their job. People winning their one-on-ones, D linemen staying in their gaps, linebackers and DBs filling. You just can't do it better.
It's the 2-minute warning, and we'll see if the offense can tack a little something extra on their lead before the break. Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. The receivers often will run their route based on a side adjustment. Right down the middle. Touchdown, UNC! And they'll put that scoreboard operator to work and put 6 on the board.
And how about that? His 2nd receiving touchdown of the ball game. Find ways to get your athletes the ball. They'll do the rest. That's number 2. They better start playing some better defense. Number 3 is coming soon.
And with the extra point, they're now up by a touchdown and a field goal at 10. They put together a 74-yard touchdown drive, and they finish it by firing one in from the 13 for the score. From inside the 10-yard line, he'll bring it back. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. South Carolina ready to go on the attack in another offensive odyssey. Getting late here in the first half, they'll have a chance to make this a one-possession game.
And the offensive play caller here has to really...
Going up top. Makes the grab down the left side. Just making a huge play, and he sets him up all the way down at the 14.
I know it's early in the game, but defensively after that play, you know you have to tackle the catch. When this guy gets the ball in his hands, he is so dangerous after the fact. So it's okay for him to make catches. You just got to get him to the ground quickly.
Makes the grab. And he won't be able to get in as the defense gets him down at the 1.
And a really good job by the quarterback being very decisive. He saw his matchup, he went for it, he attacked it, got the positive gain. I would say he's going to find that guy a few more times today.
You know, when you're handing off to your fullback, oftentimes these guys need some space to work so they can build up a head of steam and get the speed going, but that guy didn't have anywhere to go on that one.
Can the defense stop them again on 2nd and goal? Trying to bully their way in. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
And with the stuff there, Jesse, on second down, this little third to mid-range, you got 2 downs. What are you thinking here?
Maybe getting your quarterback out on the perimeter and giving him a run-pass option. See if you can get the defense in a bind.
This offense has been stuck with the negative integers, -1, -1 on the last 2. Now it's 3rd and goal. Got it behind the line. It's Sanders. And they get him, and they'll lose yardage on that completion. The defense calls the timeout, and that's their last one of the half. They'll send out the kicker here. And he'll try it from the right hash, and the angle shouldn't be too bad from this distance. And this one splits the uprights. After putting up the field goal, they're set to kick it away. From a couple of yards deep, he'll bring it out. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. North Carolina has it back, and the Tar Heels so pleased to send the offense back out. And David, how they would love to stick it in the end zone one more time after that last drive.
And once you get the...
Got a lot of running room. The 40, at the 30. Ripped off a huge chunk play on that one as he gets the first down before he steps out of bounds.
Well, after that last play, you can see how electrifying this guy is and how special he is after he makes the catch. If I'm on offense, I'm trying to find a lot of ways to get him touches in this game.
Moving the running back, forcing the defense to adjust. He'll try to do it himself. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down.
A lot of times we call these quarterbacks ballers and game changers, but you don't call them smart enough. Like knowing the situation, knowing I can scramble around, buy some time, and then knowing exactly what I need to do to get that first down. You can call them whatever you want, but that was really smart.
Lets it fly. And makes the grab in the end zone. Touchdown, North Carolina. That touchdown gives his team a pretty significant lead at this point.
And that's what you want. You want to start fast. You want everything to come out and start clicking, make some plays. It doesn't always work that way, but when you do, man, the energy, the crowd, everybody's into it. Now the other team better respond.
And the point after is good.
North Carolina, 24.
So they got the touchdown, and as they kick off, really important for the defense to shut them down here. He'll bring it out from inside his own 10. He gets a block, and he's able to pick his way through the traffic nicely for a good return on that one before he's brought down. And the South Carolina offense is back on the field. Not a lot of time left here in the half. Let's see if they can cut into this lead.
And this drive isn't a must score, but man, you look at the scoreboard, you're down 2 scores. Jesse, you got a good opportunity to create some momentum, cut it to a 1-score game. This is an important possession.
Yeah, it's important to create that momentum now, David, too, and not wait to get it going here at the start of the third quarter. You've got one drive here to get a couple of points. You've got to start erasing and chipping away at this deficit. This could be where the game turns right here.
To the air, it's Sellers, feeling some heat. And he's left with no option but to throw it away.
A nice job by the quarterback there. You're outside the pocket, nobody's open, so you throw the ball away knowing that you still have more chances to get this first down.
On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Unloads it left. He makes a catch. Found a bunch of room and got it to the 44-yard line. The Gamecocks with the 1st and 10. He's going to pass. He tries to take the top off. And it is another interception. Just a terrible struggle for this quarterback.
What a nice catch by the defensive back. Listen, a lot of times you see DBs get in position to make plays, but there's a reason they play DB and not wide receiver. Great job finishing the interception, catching the ball, making a big play.
Going to throw it over the top of the D. It's complete. A huge pickup. And they'll do more than move the chains. They'll move that thing more than 30 yards down the field before he's finally stopped. Trying to find his man on 1st down. Pass falls incomplete, and there are still 3 seconds left.
Nice job in coverage there. Offense trying to take a shot downfield. The defender able to tip that one up in the air and force it incomplete.
And in the waning seconds of the 1st half, they'll try to put up 3 before going to the break. This kicker bragged that he can kick an 80-yard field goal. He'll settle for a 59-yarder here. And it's no good. He missed it. Missed the field goal, but still a 2-touchdown lead at 14. So that'll do it here in the 1st half. Stay tuned. Halftime is coming. And the Gamecocks will kick it away to start the 2nd half. Going for the return. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. The North Carolina offense returns to the field. They had this lead to start the 3rd quarter because of the passing game. Didn't get a lot done on the ground.
They did, but the quarterback is in a rhythm. That was obvious in the 1st half. And so this 1st drive, you want to continue that. You want to see good decision-making. You want to see him playing on time. And as always, delivering the football with accuracy.
I mean, I don't know how I don't give him the football. It's the reason I built the lead. He's the guy that I can trust. This offense is built around him. So I expect more of the same here in the 2nd half.
Right back to the well. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. The Tar Heels in the hurry-up. Takes the handoff. It's Hampton. Good blocking, good running. Pickup of 6 out to the 30.
Keep pounding away at this defense and make them play the run. If you can get this many a chunk, they're going to have to commit more guys to the box, more guys to the run. Then you open it up for the passing game.
Back to pass. It's Criswell. They're setting up the screen. And they gave him no chance to get loose, and they force a 4th down. They allowed the completion, but this defense was swarming to keep them away from that 1st down line.
Yeah, and you allow completions in those 3rd down situations underneath the sticks, and you come up and rally, and everybody flies to the football. That's great execution by this defense.
Returner runs out of bounds.
South Carolina ready to go on the attack in another offensive odyssey. After throwing the pick on the last drive, need to take care of the ball this time, Jesse.
We're going to find out a lot about this quarterback right here, too. How does he fight through adversity after that last drive?
Yeah, clear the mechanism, move on. That's a part of it, right? If you're going to be a great player, you got to learn how to handle these mistakes and move on.
Looking for a productive play on 1st down. He wants to throw. Looking down the middle. And that is his 5th interception. If he comes out to try for 6, he'll be lucky. The sudden change on the turnover, and man, he was looking for running room. Couldn't find that, but they'll have it at the 22. A 1st down for the offense. Use the play fake, now to throw. And they're on him immediately. Down goes the quarterback. After the big first down sack, it's second down.
Oftentimes with play action, you're asking the quarterback to hold on to the ball a bit longer, and you're asking this offensive line to hold up and pass pro a bit longer. Against this athletic front seven on defense, it's going to be tough.
Handoff to the single running back. And they try the middle of this defense, and that is not happening.
How about the defender being a heat-seeking missile? He was on radar lock. He found the football and flew down with some bad intentions.
On third and long, no secret what he needs here. Good quickness to grab it off the bounce. Touchdown, Tar Heels! And they take it in for 6 more points. Now they've got a little breathing room. They are in firm control of this game, guys, but you never want to let up in a rivalry game.
Because it only takes one play. We know how much of a factor momentum can be in these types of rivalry games, David, so this game's still far from over.
And this is where my leadership and my experience comes into play. When you got guys that have been through these fires, been through these rivalry games, you know the swings happen quick. Now you got to swing it back your way.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. The kick is up and good, and put one more on the lead. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And they covered the final 29 yards with that touchdown pass. The kickoff team on the field as they'll send this one away. From inside his own 10, he'll try to help out their field position. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. The South Carolina offense is back on the field. They're down by 21 points, but you get a touchdown here, and you do at least apply a little game pressure, Jesse.
It's true. I think for them to get back in this one at this point now, they need the quarterback to play his best football. He's going to have to be good really pre-snap, David, making sure they're in the right looks, and he's got to be really good with his decision-making.
He's got to be dialed in because defensively you're giving up points. So it's not like you have the luxury of your defense playing great. The offense is going to have to score and score pretty dang quickly.
Looking downfield, it's Sellers. Flips it out in the flat. He's close to the first down, but they're going to mark him just a little short. The Gamecocks racing to the line in a hurry up. Wants to throw on third down. And the incomplete pass will bring up fourth down.
Well, after struggling so much in the first half, you thought they would have made some adjustments here at halftime to see if they can open up this passing game. But early on in the second half, they're just not really able to get that done. Incompletion on third down in your own end, you're expecting them to punt.
And how about this lower intestinal fortitude? 4th and 1 in your own territory, and they're going. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. And he makes the catch inside the 20. Touchdown, Gamecocks! And once he got away from the D, they had no shot at catching him.
You know, quarterbacks and receivers, they develop confidence and chemistry as the game goes on. These two right now are definitely on the same page.
Getting set for the point after. And with the extra point, they're now down 31-17. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And the score comes on a huge play in the passing game, covering 67 yards to the end zone. Oh, he's going to take a chance and bring it out. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. North Carolina has it back, and the Tar Heels so pleased to send the offense back out. David, they'd love to do what they did last time and put this one in the end zone.
You ain't lying. They did a great job. The offense was clicking. Everything went well. Palmer, they executed and got the touchdown.
And they really were in a nice rhythm as well. And I'd love to see that here on the next drive, too. Just keep doing what you're doing. Everything seems to be working, and you seem to have this defense on their heels.
They'll keep it on the ground. Determined run, but he stopped after 2 yards down at the 13.
This offensive line better figure out a plan for this D tackle. He is tough to block with one guy. You might want to start double teaming him. He's going to be a problem moving forward. You saw all of his ability on that last play.
The roar of the crowd trying to fuel this defense to keep them pinned in their own end. To throw, it's Criswell. Throws for the tight end. Complete downfield. That is exactly what you're looking for when you talk explosive plays. The defense finally able to make the stop. When your best is demanded on a big stage like this against a rival, he has delivered, cracking the 150-yard mark.
No doubt about it. What do we say? Big-time players make big plays in big games. The games don't get bigger than this for this team right here. And this guy, David, has shown up today.
And it's so nice as a coach to have that dude that you know you can count on. He'll put up big numbers, and he's been carrying this offense.
Single back formation, and they give it to him. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. And the Tar Heels headed quickly to the line. Looking to throw on third. Fires to the wideout. Picked off. Gets away from one, finds room. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
And this ball looks like it just got away from the quarterback. I think he made the right decision. He was going to the receiver that seemed open, but just not very accurate on the throw, and that leads to the interception.
South Carolina ready to go on the attack in another offensive odyssey. There's certainly still a hill to climb, but they've got to make sure these drives pay off. Got a touchdown last time, and he's got it inside the 15-yard line.
That's what's so scary about this offense. They've got guys in the perimeter that can change the game in one single play, and you saw it right there. Too much speed on the perimeter to create that explosive play.
That big play really has them in business. It's 1st and 10 from the 11. Works his way ahead for about 3. It's down at the 8. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Quarterback quick pass to the receiver. A solid pickup there before the defense is able to make the stop.
And these little touch passes, man, they're just the easiest completions ever for quarterbacks. Palmer, I bet you would have loved being able to just flip it forward. That counts as to your completion percentage, which is good. And then it's all run after the catch, so pretty easy for a QB.
You wouldn't have been the only All-American in this booth, David, if I were allowed to have push passes when I was playing quarterback. I'll tell you that. It is so hard to defend. It's so hard to seal that edge, especially when this guy's full speed ahead coming around the outside.
On 3rd and short, they'll go to the power running game. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
That's the end of the 3rd quarter. With the score, North Carolina 31, South Carolina 17.
Down by multiple possessions, they can't come up empty on this drive in the fourth quarter. They'll go for it on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Complete out of the backfield, looking for the sticks. He is stopped short, and they'll turn it over on downs. Just a crushing blow at this point in the game. How about this crowd rattling the rafters and trying to help their defense? Running back searching for a hole. Follows a good block there, picks up 3s out to the 9.
At this point of the game, the offense has the lead. The offensive coordinator knows they want to keep running the football. So he's going back, he's looking at his playlist, and he's saying, which runs work the best for me in this game? What can I lean on right here to make sure we win this one?
Listen to this crowd just shaking the girders of this place, trying to help their defense. Pulls it and fires to the left. The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage.
Well, give the defense credit on that one, because they knew coming into this one, if they were going to try to get this receiver the ball in a variety of ways, they were ready for the screen there, and they create a negative play.
Here comes this home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on third down. Dropping back, it's Criswell. Looking left. And it's intercepted, maybe breathing a little life into this team. Touchdown, Gamecock. What a great play by the defense, and paying it off with the interception return.
How fast did this game just change? Offense in the lead with the football, looking great. Defense makes the big play. We've got ourselves a ball game now.
2-point conversion attempt is on the way. Trying to barge in. He's in there for the 2-point conversion, and now they're just down 6.
How about that, guys? That's basically a 15-point swing. Defense gets a pick 6, and then your offense gets the 2-point conversion. Wow.
They'll kick it off and send that defense right back out there to try to score again after the pick 6. Fair catch called for and made. The North Carolina offense returns to the field. Well, the good news is they threw a touchdown pass last time. It was just to the wrong team, Jesse.
Well, that's an unfortunate part of the game for quarterbacks, but guess what? They do happen, so you've got to be able to turn the page here and lead this offense.
Well, I think you know this defense is going to be aggressive. They're going to jump routes. They're going to play aggressive. You've got to take advantage of that. Maybe use that this time to your advantage.
After the incompletion, it's 2nd and 10 from their own 25. They try to pop a run on the draw. Banging, slithering, whatever it takes to get that ball up to the 32.
Draws are such a smart play to take advantage of fast defensive linemen. They want to get upfield and get after the quarterback. It keeps them honest. Makes them realize they got to play the run, too. Great play call.
They're working that left side. Slammed to the ground, but not before he gets the first down.
He has been the go-to guy on offense all game long. And on a critical third down here in the fourth quarter, surprise, surprise, guess who they go to? That guy.
The give to the back. They wrestle him to the ground, but he's got plenty for a first down.
First down, you know you always want to establish the running game. How about this offense? Nothing fancy. Run the football, be physical, get a big game.
The Tar Heels are moving quickly down the field. He's looking to throw it. Knew where he wanted to go with it, but couldn't find his target. It's incomplete.
Yeah, a nice job by the defense understanding who their go-to guy is. That's the guy they want to feature. That's the guy they want to feed with good reason. He's a great player, but a great job by the defense taking away that primary read, making sure they don't make a big play.
They ripped off 7 on that one. Now a 3rd down and 3.
Effective draw plays in the running game really begin with the quarterback. The quarterback's got to be a great salesman. You got to really make the defense think it's pass. You keep your eyes focused downfield till the last possible second, turn around and hand it off. And by that point, the defensive ends have rushed way upfield, and there's less bodies for the running backs to have to maneuver around before finally moving forward.
Boy, the defense really needed to get off the field there, and they just couldn't do it, and it's a fresh set of downs.
Man, that hurts. When you're trailing late in the ball game, you need those stops, and you get them to third down. You get them to those critical points and get the first down.
Got enough space, and he'll be run out of bounds, and these guys are piling up some serious yardage totals.
This is so interesting right now, watching this offense stay aggressive. They've got the lead in the fourth quarter, and you're thinking at home, we got to just run the ball and try to bleed the clock. They found something on defense.
And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, UNC! The offense strikes again to extend its lead here in the second half.
And they got everything working. How great is this? You extend your lead, now you get your defense back on the field. Great job taking advantage of the situation and building on that lead.
They'll line up to go for two. Go straight ahead. He's going to be stopped short of the goal line. The two-point attempt is no good as they are unable to extend the lead.
North Carolina, 37. South Carolina,
Lining up to cover the kick
25.
after that touchdown drive.
Number 37, set to kick off.
Looking for an alley from inside his own 10. Probably needed to pick up an extra block or two, but as it is, he'll be stopped at the 28.
Will take over first and 10.
And the South Carolina offense is back on the field. Looking to go up top on first down. Escapes trouble. Going to try to get it himself. Still running at the 40. And it's a fumble after that huge gain. Oh, and he's able to get back on top of it just in the nick of time.
That ball carrier is very lucky. That easily could have ended up in the hands of the defense. You have got to do a better job with ball security.
That last big play has them in position to threaten here, first and 10 from the 37. Looking to throw, it's Sellers. He's got the tight end. And he's just run out of bounds, maybe living to fight another day there. It'll be a loss on the play. They'll line up for a second down play. He's looking to throw. Fires deep toward the end zone. And it's incomplete, going for the massive explosive play instead. They're looking at a third down. They line up, and it is a long way to the sticks from here. Third and long, and he'll try to throw for it. And it's another interception as his assault on the record book continues. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but the great return to give the offense tremendous field position. First down here with time for maybe one more play until the 2-minute warning. The offense showing motion from the tight end, trying to get a read on the D. They'll keep it on the ground. The clock is on their side. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
And I like the first thought process right here. Run the football. We want to run that clock with the lead. Thank you to the defense for forcing that turnover, setting us up. Now if we can put a few first downs together, we're looking really good.
Got stuffed on first down. It's second and 10. Might as well stick with him. Still on his feet at the 45. Gets it all the way down to the 39-yard line. It'll be a first down.
And it's really nice to have a workhorse running back that you know you can feed and get productive gain after gain. Now over 100 yards. You've already got some separation on the scoreboard. I would continue to feed this workhorse.
Looking for a man. It's Criswell. Looking to the big tight end. A little too much on that one, just out of his reach.
Well, the good news is he did a nice job reading the coverage. He knew exactly where to go with the football that time. Just a little bit too much on that pass. You wonder if that's just nerves. He's got to settle himself down a little bit.
Give to the running back. Pick up a 5. They'll need 5 more on third down. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. Third and short, coming from the 34. You wonder if this is 4-down territory. From the gun, wants to pass. And the heat gets home. They knock him down back at the 45. And the Tar Heels will hustle to the line. On fourth down, they'll throw for it. Unloads to the wideout. And here's the pick, and oh, did they need that right now. What a play he made. Makes the interception, then takes it back to the 36.
Let's go. Talk about having one foot in the grave. This was almost over. They're up by 2 possessions in the fourth quarter, and they got the football. Thank goodness they're choosing to throw the football, not run the clock. Man, we needed that pick. Now it's the offense's turn to go out and make something happen.
South Carolina ready to go on the attack in another offensive odyssey. Going up top on first down. Unleashes one. Missed his receiver there. It's incomplete. Now on second down. He's looking to throw. Unleashes one deep. Touchdown, South Carolina! And here they come, almost all the way back.
Yeah, and that's step one. Great job by this offense getting in the end zone. Now you got to go get the stop. You got to get the football back. You got to find a way to do something to create a turnover, get an onside, to get the football back, to get back in this football game.
And the PAT will draw them 1 point closer. Aggressive play calling on that drive. Just 2 plays, they get the long touchdown pass to pay it off. Just over a minute to play. They're lining up for an onside kick to try to pull off this rally. That's why they call them the hands team. They're able to secure the onside kick. North Carolina has it back, and the Tar Heels so pleased to send the offense back out. This is everything you could hope for in a rivalry game like this. Close game, waning moments, history waiting to be made, guys.
And it's moments like this why you come and play for these two schools, right? To play in a game like this, in a rivalry like this, in a situation, David, game on the line late, who's going to take it?
And you know when you make this play, you're immortalized. With this kind of rivalry, these are the highlights they'll be showing for years. Everybody will be like, I remember when so-and-so made that play against our biggest rival to seal the deal.
The Tar Heels hope to be able to run out the clock in this final minute. Going to the ground. Oh, big juke to get past. And excellent vision to find running room there and make a really good pickup before the defense put a stop to it.
And there's really no secret to it, David. When this guy's running well, this offense is so hard to stop.
It opens up everything, and he's having a great day, showing you a little bit of everything, and this offense has got it rolling in the game.
And just causing wreckage in the secondary. And there they go again with another huge gain on the ground. He's finally run out of bounds. You already have the lead. Scoring is always good, but milk the clock and it will be your friend. They move the tight end all over. They'll keep it on the ground for 1st and goal. He steps and powers and works his way. They finally get him down at the 2. The offense takes a timeout with 30 seconds left. They've moved it forward to the 2. Now it's 2nd and goal. Trying to pound it in. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
Man, and that's a frustrating play when you go in reverse near the goal line. Goal-to-go situations, Palmer. You've got to get those positive yards. You can't go backwards if you're trying to get a touchdown.
You know, I'm trusting in my quarterback here to make the right decision. Looks like we're going to have to throw it, right? But if it's not...
And it's caught for a touchdown, and that might do it.
Someone say run out the clock. Someone say I don't need to add points. But here's the thing. It's your job to stop them on defense. Now, listen, the handshakes, they might get a little bit interesting after this game, and the offense did their job.
And with the extra point, the lead is a dozen here in the 4th. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And they capped the drive with a 4-yard touchdown pass.
32.
And he takes this from inside the 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. And after this play, the cake will be baked. They'll throw it on 1st down. Pass falls incomplete, and there are still 3 seconds left. After the misconnection, it's 2nd down. To the air, it's Sellers. He's going up top here late in the game. What a spectacular grab there as they try to finish this game with a little something to feel good about. No matter how much college football changes, realignment, all of that kind of stuff, rivalries are consistent, and winning rivalry games, well, that's just the best.
Because they hate each other so much. So you take the field against your rival, and you're able to put forth a performance like that. That is worth its weight in gold, David. Unbelievable effort here by the winning team, and bragging rights now for a while.
Bragging rights for a while. It's a fun thing to be able to accomplish. Now we also got to take in the next couple games, because this is always, there's a letdown that naturally happens after these big rivalry wins. We feel like our chest is poked out. We got to look on to the next game, focus in on this next one.
That's going to do it for us. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, our entire broadcast team, I'm Reese Davis. This has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.